Thank you.
That's honestly my biggest fear is getting complacent, and I never want that to happen to me.
We only have about 90 seconds before we close out the
Yes.
show. You mentioned talk about your parents. I always mention them every time that you're on with us because,
Mhm.
it takes a special type of parent to understand their child's dream, but they have really adjusted their lives many times to make sure that you were protected and that you got the best guidance as possible. So just talk about how strong your parents have been in making this all come true.
You have no idea. They've been insane. And like, honestly, I feel a lot of guilt with it, to be honest. I love my parents, but like, when I moved to Texas, like my parents had to uproot their entire life. And then when I decided to move back to Texas, my dad's still there because he still has a job there. And so my parents are, physically apart. So that's really hard. But just everything that they've done for me, it's insane. And like I don't think anybody will ever understand. I know people will think like, oh, they're pushing her, or oh, like this is what it seems like from the outside, but I don't think anybody will ever understand how much they love me and how much they support me. And that's something like I can't even like I say it every day how thankful I am for them, and I don't think like that will ever be enough because the stuff that they've done for me, it's insane. And so, and if people don't seem to understand that and people don't like supportive parents, that's okay because I know how much my parents love me and that's all that matters. And, I just want to make them proud one day.
Izzy, thank you so much. It's been
Thank you. I
an
appreciate you.
honor to be a part of this journey with you, and good luck next week, and hopefully we'll see you in
Thank
Vegas.
you.
All
Yes. See you
right.
guys in Vegas.
I'll see you in Vegas, brother.
Yeah, brother.
All right, Izzy Marino, great show. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Myself, Tommy, and don't forget, Busted Open After Dark with Tommy Dreamer tonight, right after NXT.
Is Big E. Your home for combat sports is Sirius XM Fight Nation.
Woo-woo.
This is Busted Open. Business is about to pick up. Your only destination for daily pro wrestling talk in the entire world.
MJF has been busted open.
From the independent scene to the main event of WrestleMania.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
No one covers pro wrestling like Busted Open.
You gotta be kidding me!
Hot topics, breaking news, and interviews with some of the biggest names in the game.
Busted Open, one of the biggest shows on earth right now.
A show designed for the fan, by the fan. Old school
The irresistible force meeting the immovable object.
meets new school.
Acknowledge me.
Busted Open.
Hulk Hogan has betrayed WCW.
Live now.
Oh my God!
No offense.
Welcome to Busted Open on Thursday. Dave LaGreca and wrestling's wanted man, the toast of TNA. He has a lust for life.
This is Busted Open.
Business is about to pick up.
Your only destination for daily pro wrestling talk in the entire world.
MJF has been busted open.
From the independent scene to the main event of WrestleMania.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
No one covers pro wrestling like Busted Open.
You gotta be kidding me.
Hot topics, breaking news, and interviews with some of the biggest names in the game.
Busted Open, one of the biggest shows on earth right now.
A show designed for the fan, by the fan. Old school
The irresistible force meeting the immovable object.
meets new school.
Acknowledge me.
Busted Open.
Hulk Hogan has betrayed WCW.
Live now.
Hi there.
Hi there for Terry.
Yeah, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I think I ordered a big car. Oh, I think I realized.
No, you ordered next.
That's what happens when you're late.
Yeah.
0969, please. Thank you, sir.
Hey, no problem.
I'm so stupid. I can't believe I ordered a big.
No, yeah, well, you ordered next.
No, I'm sure I did. Oh, I didn't order next?
You did order next.
No.
You're fine.
All right. Thank you.
It's just nothing going on for XL, so I'm just doing some X.
Oh, okay. Because I was getting ready as I was calling, as I was organizing it. So.
Yeah, no problem. Just get it away.
It's so nice outside. It's so warm.
Yeah, finally.
What a gift.
Yeah. How's your day so far?
Very good. How's yours?
Good.
Have you just started work? Or
No, I was working for a few hours now.
has it been busy?
No,
No?
it's been okay.
It'll be busy a little bit later, I think, right? I mean, this isn't early. I'm going to dinner, but this is early dinner. Probably
Yeah,
around 8 o'clock. It'll get busier for you?
I hope so.
Yeah. Yeah, people are going to want to be out and about
Yeah.
with this weather, for sure.
Yeah, but that makes them want to walk maybe a bit more.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they can only walk if they're like me. I could have actually walked, but I didn't. But I don't know if everyone wants to stay in the neighborhood.
Yeah. Yeah. Like up here, if you want to go downtown, yeah, you're going to call an Uber.
Yeah.
But if you're downtown and if it's just a small walk,
Yeah,
you're just going to walk.
that's true. you see all the construction.
Mm-hmm.
This is nice. These are kind of
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, a lot of work being done.
They must be so small inside, eh?
Yep.
Because if you're 3 floors,
A lot of walking.
There are actually 2 floors. There's 2 floors probably in that rooftop.
Yeah.
But it means that the size of each floor must be pretty small
Yeah.
to get so many miles. But you know what? They don't have a choice, right?
I guess not. If you want to live downtown, yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Or even Midtown.
Pardon me?
Even Midtown, it's
Yeah,
it's
it
crazy.
is. It's crazy. You get a little bit bigger midtown,
Mm-hmm.
but I guess that's what you get living in such an expensive city.
Yeah. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we got an important election.
Yeah. And this area is like split even by the looks of it.
Yeah, I always wonder because some of my neighbors are blue, some are red. It is true. Everyone votes based on their priorities, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that's the issue. Maybe we should all vote to help each other, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, it's my 2 cents on politics. Have a great night.
You too.
Be
Have a good
safe.
night. Have
Bye.
fun.
I can get off here? So
Yeah, it's fine. I had an idea. Shut up! Check your blind spot. That's a ticket, motherfucker! You're not checking! Check your blind spots! Idiot! Call yourself a fucking cop! You don't know how to fucking drive! Bitch! Bar. Okay. Pull over, idiot! I'm so tired. I usually have another truck espresso. So get me going. Sounds fine. Nothing like that.
Welcome to Busted Open on Wednesday. Dave LaGreca and the innovator of violence, the landlord of the House of Hardcore and the heart and soul of professional wrestling. My tag team partner today, the one and only Tommy Dreamer. Tommy, good morning to you.
Good morning, David. How are you?
I am great. Excited to be talking to you the next 3 hours.
You drive a fucking Suburban, but you don't know how to signal.
Pow, pow, pow, pow.
You're a fucking idiot.
Who knows? Maybe we see Thunder Rosa tonight on Dynamite. Their follow-up to what we saw this past Sunday on Dynasty. I think the show's over. And Tommy, so it's just you and I here on Wednesday.
Well, David, we have 2 guests, but also we got the nation, so we're good to go for the next 3 hours.
You know what I'm not good about? Can I vent a little bit here, Tommy, if you don't
I
mind?
mean, we're only 2 minutes in, sure.
With the exception of a few matches, and I do mean a few,
Okay.
this build to WrestleMania has not been the best. And I think it's starting to rub off. Because I'm watching NXT last night, and we love NXT, and we love talking NXT. But I'm looking at Stand and Deliver, Tommy, and we have not one, not two, but 3 different multi-person matches. That's not even counting the tag match out of 5. We got the 6-woman ladder match for the vacant NXT Women's North American Championship. We have the triple threat match for the NXT Championship. And then we now have a fatal 4-way match for the NXT Women's Championship. Now, when we look at Saturday and Sunday of next week, WrestleMania
We also
40.
probably get at Stand Deliver the Mafia family versus the other.
I mean, I don't know if that's the case or not. I'm just going by the 5 matches that we have scheduled so far.
Okay.
And you're absolutely right.
D'Angelo.
Yes. Now, when you look at WrestleMania, you have the triple threat match with Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins. You have the triple threat match for the Women's World Championship with Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley. And then you have the fatal 4-way match for the WWE Intercontinental Championship with Braun Breaker, Penta, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio. My point is this. I feel like a lot of the build to what we're getting to this weekend, and I gotta be honest, listen, this is 2-way talk. So if there's fans out there that disagree with me, call in 877-344-4893, 877-593. Opinions welcome. I just feel like, for the lack of a better term, this build towards WrestleMania has been lazy. And listen, Triple H has done wonders creatively. Wonders. Where we were with Vince McMahon and where we have been the last few years with the WWE is worlds apart. I don't even know where the WWE would be right now if Vince McMahon was still in charge. Because before the
Either for Bahar?
Yeah.
Alright.
Ne güzel araba gelmiş. Eşyaları uygun. Ay, kız kaç dedi ki?
Ay hiç bilmiyorum valla. Şu an ona odaklanamadım. Yani çok garip bir yeni tanışma şey oldu. Asla konuşamadık. Anlaşamadık.
Ama düzgün birine benziyordu. Ben genelde hiç kimseyle tanışmıyorum. Yani. Sevmiyorum. Ben insan seviyormuş gibi duruyorum. Ondan sevmiyorum. O yüzden de genelde kimseyle pek bir şeye girmem. Ama bu şeydi, cüderli bir kızdı. Aynen. Gelirken gördüm üstelik
Pişman.
zaten. Gelirken gördüm. Aa dedim ne kadar değerli toplu bir kız. Hani burada olması pek ender rastlanan. Orada bak biz Türkçe konuşunca
Aynen. Sahip çıktı.
belli ki o da şeyle gelmiş.
Olabilir.
Ben bunu adliden alayım o zaman o şey kızın numarasını da gitmeden bir kahve içeriz başlıyor. Kimliğiymiş hikayesi.
Ben de
Tamam. Aynen. Akşam üstü yaparız senin çıkışını.
olur mantıklı. Oturur bir Kanada gömeriz.
Hayır bir de bak düzgün kişilerle oturup kalkma problem yok.
Evet.
Yani bunu mesela bir şeyde bile denk geliyoruz. Çok az
Ama öyle olmadığı için çoğu zaman yalnızlaşıyorsun evet. Yalnızlaşıyorsun. Ondan dolayı kendine göre birilerini bulamıyorsun. Mesela benim buradaki en büyük sıkıntım benim yaş grubumda da kimsenin olmaması. Yani herkesin böyle kötü başı ayrı oynuyor. Ya böyle çok Mariana'ya falan düşüyorlar. Evet buraya gelenlerde gerçekten öyle bir sıkıntı oluyor bu arada. Ben birkaç defa böyle Tugay'ın arkadaşlarıydı, başka birileriyle
Senin
falan.
yukarıda değil, Alberta'da olan çocuğun adı neydi arabasını çarpan?
Winnipeg'de olan. Ha Çağrı.
Ha o değil. Tamam,
Yok
Tugay.
o değil.
Okey,
Tugay
peki.
benim eski iş yerinden, Türkiye'den arkadaşım. Mesela onun arkadaşlarına da bakıyorum böyle. Ortamlara hep işte gidelim, club'da eğlenelim. Ondan sonra işte ne bileyim ot içelim falan modunda. Ben de mesela şey yapmıyorum, katılmıyorum yani. Çok. Ya arada sırada olur
Anladım
ama
senin ne demek istediğini.
şey-
Çünkü sen de mesela o konuda böyle muhafazakar bir kız değilsin, genişsin ama demek ki
Hayır.
o kadar kötüler ki
ya böyle
istemiyorsun.
şey ortam elit değil anladın mı?
Anladım.
Ben çünkü Türkiye'deyken arkadaş grubum öyle değildi. Ya biz her türlü bu evet yiyorduk
Ama
ama
ayarında.
ayarındaydı. Yani günlük oturup ot içilmiyordu mesela ama ne bileyim ayda biri bir getiriyordu içiyorduk. Türkiye'de de içiyorduk. Aa, böyle
Tabii
şey
canım.
keyifliydi yani. Çok şeydi. Bunlar böyle serseri tipli insanlar oldukları için. Yani çok şey yapmak istemiyorum.
Çok iyi anladım seni.
Bir de kimle takılırsa o sen çok
Bir de arkadaşım söyledi. Yani bir
Aynen.
yani yalan yok. Sarabilir bizim tatil geçmişimiz olduğu için ama böyle o gidiyor herkese merhaba merhaba merhaba diyor. Ne yapayım bu sefer sana gelmez. Hadi
seçici oldu.
evet yani. Kim
Bence.
oturup kalkarsa bassın kardeşim.
Aynen öyle.
Herkes de oturup kalkmayalım
Ben
zaten.
de evet. Bir de herkes de çok
Ha, işte bak geldin bana aynen ben de aynen onu demek istedim
Ama
ya.
herkesi çok sevmiyor.
Ay, öyle gözüküyorum.
Merhaba nasılsınız? Ama okey
Evet.
yani.
Şimdi Tugay ekibi öyle diyorsun. Çağrı da burada değil.
Tugay bir tık da onlardan eline eteğini çekmiş bu aralar. Onun için nasıl görüşmeye başladık. Böyle o da mesela anlamış. Mesela ben diyor otu bıraktım diyor. 20 gün, 20 gün diyor, 25 gündür ağzıma sürmüyorum diyor. Onlar yüzünden diyor ev arkadaşları mesela öyleydi. Günlük içiyorlardı ve
Peki bunlar ne iş yapıyorlar?
yani işte bazıları restoranda falan çalışıyor. Ondan sonra bazıları
Tugay ne iş yapıyor?
Tugay da işte Uber yapıyor, iş arıyor.
O senin eski iş yerinden nasıl arkadaşın ya? Siz ikiniz bilmiyor musun?
Evet birlikte
Ay sen sizin şirketiniz ne kadar büyük olabilir ki yani 3 kişi
500
gelmiş.
kişi.
500 kişiden 3 kişi gelmiş.
Evet 500 kişiden 3 kişi geldi. Tugay sayesinde buradayım aslında ben. Tugay bana aracı
Söyledin sen de
oldu.
sen
Ben
de
onun
söyledin.
evet. Aynen öyle. Tugay sayesinde burada olduğum için aslında. Tugay
Tugay'ın
ilk.
branşı ne?
Tugay da normalde yani işletme mezunu. Top mezunu. Top Ankara. Top mezunu. Bayağı
Sizin
ünlü-
üniversite isimlerinizi bilmiyorum ben.
Bayağı
Sizin zaman
ünlü bir okul. Ankara'da da köklü bir okul aslında. Açılımı neydi tam hatırlamıyorum.
Önemli iş bakıyor yani.
Aynen. İhracatlar işte biz şeyde.
İnşallah da böyle güzel bir şey.
İşte arıyorlar. biraz işte referans. Ya mesela benim yazdığımız direkt nasıl referans.
Ama güzel yollardan götürüyor. Çok iyi.
Baba oradan da yazıyor, evet. Arkadan para geliyor falan. Destekliyor.
Allah bak bir yerden.
Evet.
Bak sana bir şey söyleyeceğim. Yürüyüş yaparsan bu benim en sevdiğim hat.
Hı.
Bu tam Beyview'un arkasına denk geliyor. Şu hat.
Tamam, biliyorum zaten.
Ama bu değil. Bunun devamı bu tarafa gidiyor.
Aha.
Böyle nasıl mesela ortadan ağaçlar sağda solda güzel evler. Hani yürüyüş alanı.
Ben buralara hep sipariş getirdiğim için.
Bak ben mesela şu an gelmeyeli bir 6-8 ay diyeceğim sana. Çünkü neden? Hani benim buradan geçmek için bir vesilem olması lazım falan.
Benden kaç defa geçiyordum sipariş dağıtmak için. Ki buralara gelmeyi de seviyorum. Kaos olduğu için direkt kapının önüne bırakıp gidiyorsun ya, çok rahat oluyor. Bir yapmadım buralara.
Çıktın ya.
Daha yapmadım. Bir şey gelmedi, bir saat bekledim. Sonra dedim başlarım onunla uğraşacağım. Bir şirketin iş güvenliği sertifikaları vardı. Eve geldim onları yaptım. Onları bitirdim. Sonra çıktım yürüyüş yaptım. Şer
İyi yapmışsın. İyi.
En azından işlerimi hallettim.
Ama bazen şimdi biraz dinlenmen de lazım zaten. Ben
Artık
gelirim.
yapmak da istemiyorum.
Biliyorum.
Canım
Sen şu an
istemiyor.
sadece ekstraya bağlamak için.
Evet, aynen. Bir tık şey yapayım diye, hani atıyorum ne bileyim arabanın sigortasını bile oradan çıkarsam diyorum, ekstra bir şey çıkar.
Ne zaman bitiyor borcu senin?
Daha 3 yıl. Daha 3 yıl. Yani
Şey-
biraz şey olsa para biriktirsin. Onu kapatacağım. Onu kapatmak istiyorum. Yani daha avantajlı değil de her an yine işkencesi çok şey
Ama
geliyor.
insan bal parayı kapatmaz ki. Yapmaz o bal parayı ne olacak kapatmaz. Ben
İyi
sana
ki
kapatmam. Kapatmaz. Ay çünkü yani faizi yüksek mi? Değil. O zaman kapatma. O parayı biriktir. Git koy kenara. Fon al. Bir şey yap. Döviz koy. Nasıl alma. Sonra piyasa gider.
Şu an piyasa çok
2028'e kadar burnumuzu boktan çıkaramayız. Tamam mı? O yüzden
Sen ne alıyorsun peki? Stok almıyorsun. O
ben
yüzden
stok bayağı kaldı. Benim var olan coinlerim duruyor sadece. Zaten buradan bir hiçbir şeye bakamıyorum. Fark etmiyorum. Hep altına aldım.
altı.
Fon, yani işte senin neye ihtiyacın olduğuna göre değişir. Şimdi senin burada benim de öğretmenliğim. Öyle
Aha.
kenara para atacak burada değilsin. Var olan nakitini iyi bir şekilde tut. Onu
Evet,
da arabanın ödemesine denk getireceğim. O yüzden şimdi sana bir şey söylemem benim çok anlamlı olmaz. Keş civarlarında kalman lazım. Döviz bile tutuyor olmaz zaten. Sen burada döviz harcıyorsun. Dövize döviz yani.
Yani çok bir şey değişiyor.
Hani sen orada rakamı mesela biraz daha arttırıp ya buna ne yapayım desen daha orada değilsin ki. Boşver biz de senin yaşındayız. Boşver sen ödemelerini yap. Ufak ufak baktın ki birikiyor.
Aynen.
Birikince zaten ufak ufak bakarsın şeylere. Ben burada değilsem Seray'a sorarsın. Seray'a sorarsın. O en azından ne koyayım, edeyim falan.
Evet. Ama insan bir yere bir şey bağlamadan o parayı sürekli harcıyor. Yani biriktirmek çok böyle bir şey olmuyor.
Hadi soralım yani ama her ay 100-200 bir şey at.
Evet, işte ben de aslında öyle bir şey düşünüyorum. Çünkü
Her ay 100
ben o 100-200'ü gereksiz şeylere harcayacağım. Bir kere de atsam daha mantıklı olur. İşte onu nereye atılır düşünüyorum.
büyüklerinden al. İlk fon demek. Öyle bence.
Ya en azından aylık $100 bile bir şey atsan kenara benim için kâr. Ya anlık acil bir durumda çünkü onu kullanabilirim.
İşte onu kullanabilirim dediğin anda bu söylemiş olduklarımız biraz seni yani şu an bir şey. Sonra niye anlatıyordun sen? Çocukların
Arkadaş annem gönder. Açıklamasından kalk demek istiyorum.
Macho şey, dünyamızın iki dışarı çıktı biliyor musun? Yani
arada
gitmeyince
Hasretle bir şey.
Hayır bir de bakayım. Şimdi dışarıda şeyden vakit kaybediyorum diye ama bugün çalışacağım konunun ölçüsünü bildiğim için verimli oldu.
Evde de vakit kaybediyoruz. Bir mutfağa giriyorum, bir odaya giriyorum.
Öyle.
Müzik açıyorum, bir tuvalete gidiyorum, bir şey yapıyorum.
Öyle ama yok yine de gittin yürüdün geldin evdeki o sıkışık zamanlar.
Günlük mesafede 15 dakika tuvalete
Benim yürümelerime göre ya ben günde 10.000'den aşağı adım 10.000'den aşağı ortalama
işte
mesafe. Oradan nerelere geldim?
zaten de işte şu an mesela hareketsizlik söz konusu. Sabah mesela evden otoparka iniyorum.
Böyle
Şirkete
gidiyorsun,
gidiyorum.
çıkıyorsun.
Çıkıyorum. Eve geliyorum. Otoparktan yukarıya gidiyorum. Günlük hattı 100 falandır herhalde. Adım atmıyorum bir şey.
İşte eve gelince muhtemelen burada şey yaptım.
Yürüyüşle.
Ya dışarıda ya mağazada.
Bütün bilgisayar oturmak çok sıra.
Ay kadınla merhabalar nereye geldik?
Aynen. Merhaba dedim. Merhaba dedikten sonra şey oldu. Bunda ne yapıyor acaba? Pişmanım dediğine göre
Ekim'den beri buradayım.
binayı da beğenmiyorum dedi bu arada.
Evet.
Binayla alakalı ne gibi sıkıntı
Yani
yaşıyor?
ben de beğendim. Ya ne gibi sıkıntı yaşamasına gerek yok ki. Şimdi bu yine aynı şeye geliyor. Tarz meselesi. O kıza bak, o kızın var bir
Tarz.
belli bir konfordan çıkmış gelmiş.
Benim de zaten.
Şimdi öyle olunca, şimdi burada şeye basıyorsun, ilk zaman sana iyi geliyor. Ben mesela şu an halıya batıyor bana, halı batıyor, köpekler batıyor, apartmandaki hintliler batıyor, batıyor da batıyor. Ben ilk geldiğim bu kadar değildi. Hani
Karşılaştırdım.
şimdi şımarıklık gibi de geliyor bir taraftan ama diğer taraftan da yani bugün de mesela Starbucks'a özellikle oturdum gelene geçen hafta ama Starbucks mesela. Allah'ım ya. Üç tane, bir tane güzel bir kız geldi seninle ilgili.
Cümle benim gitmemiş. Bak oradaki detayı veriyorum. Ay yemin ederim Allah diyecek gibi olsun. Şunun da şeyi bak 2 dakikada övdü de kendine ha.
Hayır bizim övmemize bir şey değil. Yani insanların yani neyse canım yani böyle bir hani baktırdı bana anladın mı? Hoşuma gitti. İnsan istiyor abi.
Evet.
İçim kararıyor.
Benim de içim kararıyor. Bunlar hiç kendilerine bakmıyorlar.
İnan bak bugün böyle giyindim ya yani hani şeyden giyindim ha hani yani ben bunu kazanmayayım o hal. İtalyan tamam mı? Hani böyle güzel yerlere giyerim. Diyorum ki şimdi giyeceğim. Allah aşkına olacak edecek bu sabah böyle yerinde falan diyor bana.
Evet işte.
Böyle hoodie mi giysin? Ay yok dedim ya bir içim açılsın. Ha diyeceğim oturdum şimdi. Ondan sonra gelen geçen. Yani %70.
Hiç kimse
Sıkıldı.
giyemiyor.
Şimdi
Gri
sıkıldım
eşofmanı
yani.
çeken geliyor. Hiç şey yapıyor. Çıkıyor zaten.
Öyle olunca
Bir de ben gri eşofmandan gerçekten çok sinirliyim.
sen bile bayağı bir
Ay,
fark
sinir
etmediğim için.
bozucu. Erkekli kızı sanki gri eşofman giyiyorlar. Çok sinir bozucu. Aa bir de seçiyorum.
Sen bana söyleme yine dikkatimi o kadar
Çok sinir bozucu. Çocuklar da öyle.
önemli değil. Ben bunu şeyden böyle almıştım.
Nereden aldın?
Sıcak tuttu. Evet. 22.0 çalışacağız.
Şu an azıcık böyle giyimde falan.
Değil mi?
Neler yani? Bunlar hiç yok.
Öyle yani. Şimdi mesela
Ben de
apartmandaki...
saldım biraz zaten geldikten sonra.
Salıyorsun.
Hani ben
Seren,
Türkiye'de
ister
iş yerinde
istemez
nasıl
salıyorsun.
giyiniyordum elbiselerim,
Ya.
topuklu botlarım, ayakkabılarım falan burada hiç. Ama ben şimdi
Çin'den gelmiyor.
Cuma
insan.
günü bir şey işte şort
Ha.
giydim gittim ya. Ya beni nasıl karşılayacak nasıl bilmiyorum. Allah'tan kimseden bir şey gelmedi yani. Hani
Yani çok çirkin değildi. Çok güzeldi yani.
yani şey değil ama hiç kimse giymiyor hiç.
Çok
Sanki
güzel.
şey oluyorsun yani. Ya patronun kız arkadaşım dikkat çekmemek için giyiniyor. Onun
Tamam,
farkındayım. O
Ama
çok göze görünmemeye çalışıyor.
o haliyle de bir tarzı vardı.
Var. Yani ne yapıyor? Benim gibi
Kot gömlek
kot,
yapıyor.
Kot, içine bluz, blazer ceket yapıyor benim gibi. Ondan sonra öbür kız da şirketin logosunun olduğu tişört giymek zorunda. Onu giyiyor.
Kaç kadınsınız?
Üç taneydi işte neydi onun adı? O da onu giyiyor. Altına normal kot pantolon, spor ayakkabı giyiyor.
Normal yani.
Yani. Şimdi ben de elbiseyle,
Evet,
buyla falan
olmaz.
gidince
Evet.
böyle çok abes kaçıyor.
Kaçıyor.
Evet.
Ya
Geçenlerde bir
Senin abesi olduğun için değil ya da
Evet.
kıyafetinin abesinden değil.
ortam
Evet. Hani pazar günü çim partisine, barbeküye topuklu ayakkabılı tayyör gitmiş gibi oluyor.
Evet tam olarak öyle oluyor. Bak çok şeydi evet. Çok yerindeydi bence. Bir defa da şey oluyor. Mesela bir de ben resmi giyinip gidiyorum yani. Blazer ceketle gidiyorum mesela. Günlük renk blazer ceketim var. Onları giyinip gidiyorum. Geçen gün bana şey diyor ki satışçılardan biri. E-mail atın diyorum.
Thank you so much.
Hey, no problem.
Have a great day.
Do you have a good night?
Koç Holding'de çalışıyorum zannediyorsunuz herhalde kendiniz diyor. Satışçılardan biri.
Evet koç oldu. Senin buranın koçu. Akın oldu. Şunu ben
Alacağım.
Daha iyi.
Oh, there for Mark? Yep. Okay.
Please use your seatbelt for your safety.
How you doing? How are you doing? Good. How's your day so far?
It's pretty good.
Going out for dinner?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. My bad.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good night, man.
You too.
Respect the kiss on that.
Can't go today, you can't go left. We're straight. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with
It's on me now, ooh, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's go down now, ooh. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. Hey, let's get it, ooh. Hey, I'm about to get him, ooh. I'm about to get him all. Let's go. Ooh, so it's just me, ooh. Day one, it's just me, ooh. Day one, it's just me, ooh. Day one, it's that lot of ball, love, and knock 'em down
You don't know how to fucking drive. Hi there, from Michelle.
How many can you fit?
4.
4.
Actually, I could fit 5.
5.
But you chose an X.
We're 7. Okay. We'll take 2 Ubers. It's good.
I could take one more if you want to pay an extra $5 on top. Or,
Okay, we have another car.
okay, no problem.
I can't believe that mistake. You guys, I'm so sorry. Oh, that's okay. It's okay. And then you missed it. Aaron locked himself in the bathroom and we couldn't get him out after we'd had the people up to try and fix the shower. Luckily, there was a wine.
Please use your
bottle opener
seatbelt
in the
for your safety.
room. So it had the night, so we were able to get the bottle. Yeah, Disney's The Lion King, Princess of Wales Theater. I can't believe we went to the Rock Theater. I'll get you guys into your seats, okay? And I'll wait at the door for the girls. Yeah. Getting there in the
Lucas Nutting was drafted 33rd overall from the OHL.
What? Wild.
Yeah.
His dad did our plumbing.
That's everyone's yeah. So he's like yeah. So not the NHL.
OHL. Ontario.
Free. Yeah.
That's awesome.
He's on his way to the NHL.
Yeah, that's awesome.
really good.
Just like that.
It's there, right?
That's it?
Princess of Wales
Princess
Theater.
of Wales Theater?
Yeah, that's right over there.
Oh, okay.
So I'll
Are
pull
you
in.
gonna turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people. Just give me a second.
Oh, you're the best. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, not a problem. Have a good one. Have a good one. Have fun. Frank. So, Frank. Frank. Go. Go. You're an idiot. Get the fuck out of here, man. Just get the fuck out of my country. Fuck's sakes, man. Just get out of here. Learn to fucking drive. Just get the F out. That's it. Just get the F. Hi there for Frank.
Yes.
Hey, man.
Please use your seatbelt.
All right. How you doing?
Good, good. Just getting started.
Nice.
Oh my god, these guys are not
It's annoying when people don't signal.
Well, I mean, like, at least move into the right lane, you know?
Yeah.
From the middle lane.
They don't know because they're so programmed to drive with GPS.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So they have no idea.
Yeah, no spatial awareness, you know?
No.
Yeah. I usually drive, but obviously I'm braking, so I can't, I can't drive to these locations. But,
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
yeah, but when I do drive, it's, man, some of these drivers in Toronto, it's like headless chicken.
Yeah. Wants to pull your head out. That's why I'm bald.
Trying to drive less and less.
Yeah. Trying to, but then I'm like, I'm the savior.
Yeah, you gotta save us, man. Save us from the stress.
Yeah. Because not all of them Uber drivers are great. They're fucking terrible.
Oh yeah, tell me about it. Tell me about it.
Are you turning or are you going straight?
He's turning. Yeah, I guess not.
You see anybody? No? Okay, we're good to go. Line pass. Stupid. You need to be somewhere, you just need to be somewhere. Oh, fuck. Oh, well.
Man, the weather's like, above 5 and everyone's out on the street.
It's 8 degrees now, so people are wearing skimpy clothes, which is nice.
It's about time.
Yeah, I know. Fucking lose them jackets.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, once it gets above 15, it's over.
Yeah. Can't wait.
Oh yeah, likewise.
I think everyone's just waiting for warm weather this year because they were like,
Yeah.
we're done with winter. We're done. We're fed up with it. It's time for some nice, cozy weather.
Yeah, I mean, we had winter 1, this is winter 2.
Yeah.
There's no spring, it's just summer. Yeah, right here,
All right. Yeah.
Thanks, man. Have a great night.
You too. Have a good night. Have fun.
Thank you. Take care.
See ya. Stay safe. How far Queen Street East are we going? Fuck me. So bad. Annoying.
That was the cartoon crew doing what the cartoon crew do. Gonna keep it going now. Fun fact, you listened to 2,648 minutes of music on Spotify last month. I love that.
Are there for Chris?
Yes. How are you doing?
Good, are you?
Good, thanks. Just 1 second.
Yeah, no problem. How are you?
Not bad yourself?
Good.
You wouldn't happen to have a gift bag?
Well, sorry.
I'm going to the guy's birthday party, and it's a surprise, and they want you there by 8, so I didn't have enough time to go get this gift bag. But whatever. Like, that's cool. You can just walk in, so you can just...
Sure.
Uh,
Guys don't really care.
You know what I mean? Okay.
I don't think we do.
I don't.
I don't either.
I don't even want a gift. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I just want a beer.
Yeah. I was gonna get him a bottle of wine, and then I realized I was like, you know, a couple weeks ago I had like a nice charcuterie board, you know, with some like Aleppo pepper honey and Aleppo chili and all this kind of stuff. So I think that's something that a guy would want more, because he can go out and pick his own wine. So. Whatever. I got it in Kensington Market.
Yeah. It's not a bad idea.
So what time does it say we're gonna hit there?
8:03.
Okay. Well, she said.
I'll try.
Yeah. No. She said be there before. Like, try to be there at 8. She said.
Don't come into my lane. I'm here.
What's that?
This guy's like trying to come into my lane. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm right beside you. Pay attention a little bit.
So, is this your work vehicle? Like, do you use it for personal or what?
Both.
Yeah.
Personal and business.
You know, I think this is the first time I've ever been in an Explorer.
You get mostly Hondas.
What's that?
Get mostly.
Yeah.
How do you like it?
It's nice, man. Like, you got the third row in the back. Holy shit. I like the bucket seats right here. You know?
Yeah, I opted for the bucket seats. I didn't like the bench.
Yeah.
I was like, whatever. I don't need a 7th person. I can squeeze 3 people, maybe skinny girls at the back, but
Yeah. How often do you get a full load?
not a lot.
No.
But it's when they bring in like 6 people and they bring in luggages too, and I'm like, I can't fit both.
Yeah.
It's either people or luggages.
Yeah.
Especially at the airport, they're like bringing out like 2 racks of luggages, and I'm like, okay, I'll take one of you with the luggages, and the rest of you can take an X. I'm not fitting all of you in the car with plus the luggages, unless you want me to throw the luggages out as I'm driving.
You ever do this Too Good to Go, like the app? The food that's like no?
Isn't that like Uber Eats or something like
No,
that?
well, that guy I just saw, he had the sign on the side of his
Usually they
box.
just buy those from like Amazon or something like that, but they're mostly doing Uber
But
Eats.
there's an app where at the end of the night, a lot of restaurants and whatever, they sell you, like, you know, the stuff at the end of the day that they didn't sell. And you can get it, you know, like $25 worth of food for $7.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know that.
And,
Well, they should do that for the homeless.
yeah.
Pack all that up and then go to a nearest homeless shelter and just give it to them.
I'm sure that they do. A lot
No,
of these folks
I
do.
don't think they do.
The bakeries, I know for sure. I do that what's it called? Through the Law Society, they've got a Feed the Hungry program out of the Osgood Hall. And a lot of the stuff we get is like, it's bread from bakeries and like chicken from Loblaws and stuff like that. There's a lot of food waste up there.
Yeah, there is.
I was watching a YouTube thing on like a variety of SUVs where they were doing like the safety whatever tests.
Yeah.
And like a lot of them like they just got crunched. You know what I mean? Like, but the Explorer
ranked the highest.
What's that?
It got ranked the highest.
Yeah. Like it did. Like the main cabin didn't get crunched. You know?
No, that's why I got it. I was like, the safety rating on this truck was really, really good. And my cops drive them.
Yeah.
Even though the motor is not the same, but it's fine. No big deal.
I'm sure you've got, what do you have in here? Like
2.3 4-cylinder turbo.
Oh yeah? Okay. But you
good.
did
It's
that
good.
to be economical, right? Like I imagine.
No, I didn't I couldn't afford the ST. Actually, I didn't like the way the ST cabin looked like.
Oh, really?
The big screen I didn't like. The new ones I like. It's more wider. I don't like it like this, like a tablet. So I didn't like it that much.
Is that thing right there?
This one.
Is that came with the truck, or you put that there?
What, this or this one?
No, that one.
This one came with the truck.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But it blocks the vents, doesn't it?
No, it's on the side.
Oh, okay.
Vents are there. This one's kind of hitting my phone, but that's fine. On hot days, it'll cool down the phone.
Okay.
That's one thing about doing Uber. When on hot days, it just burns it up. So you always have to keep the AC on, even on a low, just to keep the phone on, not from overheating, especially if you're using it a lot. I won't be able to do YouTube videos during the.
Sorry, you won't be able to do what?
Because I stream live on YouTube, but I can't do that during the day because it just overheat like crazy.
Oh, you do like a YouTube clip?
No, it's live. I'm live right now on YouTube.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Okay. She doesn't like it.
Who?
Oh, you can't hear what she's saying?
No. I just hear him talking.
She has a comfy landing spot.
I wish the Gardner went all the way to the East End. Tearing down the bridge made 0 sense. Yeah, but I love the Explorer. It's been good.
What's that?
I love the Explorer. I like
Oh yeah.
I've had it for like, I put on a shit ton of kilometers already.
How
For
many?
2 years.
How many?
I put already like 90K.
Okay.
But knock on wood, like, or plastic. All I done was oil changes.
Okay.
Nothing major.
That's good.
And our filter once in a while.
So I got a Volkswagen Golf R and 2017, and pretty much all I do when I take it in is just swap my tires and oil change. But I've only got about maybe 32K.
It's not bad. It's old, baby.
Like it's.
Yeah, you're not.
Like the thing is, they say it doesn't matter about the kilometers. It's about the age. Like Volkswagen's recommended maintenance. It doesn't matter if you've done usually it's you do
You should change it every season.
You know, but they say no. It doesn't matter if you only did.
It depends. If you're using synthetic, then it'll last longer. You don't need to change it as much. Conventional, yeah.
I think they use synthetic.
Yeah, so if it's synthetic, you're fine. But some of them use a synthetic blend, so that's why you got to be careful with. You got to make sure that it's fully synthetic.
My main service guy, he's a nice guy, really nice guy.
Yeah.
And when I bought the car, the girl that headed up service, like the calls and stuff, she's a cutie pie or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But then it turns out they got married, like 2 years later, and I see him when I went to get my tires changed, like get my winters on, and he goes, yeah, she died, man, she died. Lisa died.
That
you know,
sucks.
young girl, I doubt she's 40. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that sucks.
From cancer or whatever. Nice guy. This guy Frank is a really good guy.
Yeah. That sucks.
Yeah.
It's like you just got married and then you gotta find out that she's.
Yeah, they got married. They got married maybe four. Like I think it was during the pandemic. I think it was. Maybe a little bit before. Like at the time, my friend in Costa Rica, her husband died. She was a very good lawyer, and her and her husband, they decided they're going to go to Costa Rica, buy a house, and that's where they're going to live.
Yeah.
And right on the beach in a town called Nocera, which apparently, like all the Germans and the Americans, and like all these now have gone in. Like it was like a little small town, and now they've gone in and build all these gigantic homes on the beach and stuff like that. But and he died in an unfortunate accident late at night. But she came back because she had to take care, because she was still working here and working there and
Yeah, back and forth.
She came back, and it was actually good because I wasn't using my car that much, and so she used it for about a year and put some K's on it, and she got to know Frank and his wife, whatever. You gotta look out for people that you know.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
It's closing up. Come on, signal ahead of time. I saw it ahead of time and I moved over.
Well, what's going on here? something.
There's always construction here. No, I got shut off 4 minutes.
What's that?
I shut off 4 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got you there a minute before.
Good.
Dude, they're biking on the wrong side of the road.
What's that?
It's biking on the wrong side of the road. You should be biking with traffic and never against traffic. Long day. They do all the movies.
Yeah, it's crazy. Going to a barbecue spot.
Nice.
Haven't been to this one. Do you like barbecue or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Yeah. Do you do it at home or what? Yeah.
Yeah, I prefer to do it at home. But I don't mind going to places here and there, but not the same.
This place is like a smoke, like they smoke, you know, their meat.
Yeah. Yeah, I usually smoke mine.
You have a smoker?
No, I use charcoal, but I add a little bit of wood pellets, and I put it to the side, and then I smoke it.
Okay.
I don't like using gas. Not my favorite. I prefer the smell of charcoal.
Yeah. I have a Traeger on the problem is on the balcony. It's a little difficult to clean.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it to my brother. And I got one of those Ninja wood fire.
Okay.
It's from what I've been reading, it's like great for smoking and stuff, you know. So
yeah, I saw one where it's like an indoor smoker.
Oh yeah.
But they're expensive. They're like, what was it, 500? If not more, or close to that range.
Okay.
But I was like, okay, that's interesting. An indoor smoker. If you like smoking your meat, but you're stuck in an apartment or a condo, you can use that. Sometimes I like to use like liquid smoke, which to help intensify the flavor. But it's a good cheating way. But, yeah. Those are just winter indoor tricks. It's hard to cook indoor in the winter.
Yeah. What street are we on right now?
We're on Queen.
Queen? We were on Queen? Yeah.
No, we're on Eastern, sorry. We're on Eastern going to Queen.
Okay. And then it connects up with Queen, I guess?
Yeah. We're about to hit Queen right now. Damn it, I lost a minute. Go. And that's what happens when your mirror's smashed. Shut up. That explains that he's a Frenchie. I don't think I've been to this one before. Or maybe I have.
Oh, yeah?
What's the name of it?
Brink Wall or something like that? Or
Okay. It's close to the beaches, I think. I think I'll notice it if I was there.
She sent me the name at a different... ad, like a, on my other phone.
No, I wasn't at this one.
Break something.
You'd think it'd be this place, but that's just a weed store.
Smoky. Man, the amount of fucking... Oh, man.
Distilleries, yeah. It's a lot.
I remember, like... getting ripped off one time. Jane and Finch fucking buying weed, you know? And then just, like, saying, well, I'm not going to do anything about it.
You can't do anything
You know
about
what I
it
mean?
there. In that area, you can't say anything.
I'm not going to do anything about it, you know?
Yeah.
And then now you can buy fucking weed everywhere you want.
Yeah.
Oh, it's right here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's just around the corner. I'm gonna drop you off. Or those people just walked out of? It's right there. I think I've been there.
I was worried about rents, brother.
That's okay.
All right, have a good night, man. Thanks so much.
This is just the winter ones, so they're fine.
All right.
See ya.
Okay, well.
See ya. What the fuck is that? Why is 219 Kingsbridge coming? Maybe it's close to it. Fuck.
know where the WWE would be right now if Vince McMahon was still in charge. Because before the pandemic, I mean, we were getting some of the worst Raws and SmackDowns imaginable. That is not the case right now, though. Smack this past Monday, with the exception of a few segments, to me, was a tough watch. And you don't want tough watches on your road to WrestleMania. We are close to Vegas. I mean, it's next week, for crying out loud. I just don't think this build has been great. And I look at the biggest example of it is the triple threat for the Women's World Championship. So we all knew it was going to wind up being a triple threat with Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley. But the way they did it was just,
Shut up.
Am I wrong? But has this built, and I guess maybe, and Paul, our producer, made this point before the show, maybe because the last couple of WrestleManias, like creatively, the build was so good that I feel like this one is definitely lacking.
Oh, man, that's a bit of a heavy statement. Let me ask you this. What would you do?
Well, I would have, again, that's a very broad question. Like, what would I do with what? No, what would I do with what? You got to be more specific. Like,
what would you do differently? If you had the pencil, what would you do with the players that you have and the card that you have?
Okay, so you want to go through each match?
Sure.
Okay. All right, so then let's do that. Obviously, Cody and John Cena is great. I'll leave that alone. I'm interested to see what...
Hang on, happy man. I would never have turned John Cena heel.
All right, so then you have a different opinion than me.
Correct.
When it comes to the match that I'm probably most excited about, which is John Cena and Cody Rhodes.
Yes.
Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins, that is going to have ramifications that I think are going to last way past WrestleMania 41. Yes. Yeah. So
Punk quit a long time ago just to get to this moment. It's the biggest work in the world of wrestling.
Interesting. But those are your two main events. And up until a week ago, and now it's kind of changed, I love what they're doing with Gunther and Jey Uso. Starting what we've seen the last two Monday Night Raws. Though, up until then, I think Jey Uso is considerably cooled off. I feel differently over the last week. But man, you look at these other matches, Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair. I mean, my goodness. I don't think you put Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton in the proper places to succeed. What we saw last Friday was a complete mess. You know, I think things have gotten really personal with Charlotte Flair. Everybody knows my opinion. I'm not going to get into it anymore. But I feel like that build has been awful. Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley, Tommy, like, to me, just a lazy way to get to the worst kept secret, which we found out on Monday, which was a triple threat. In the process, you've gotten everybody to hate on Bianca Belair, and I don't think they've done Rhea Ripley much justice either, though Rhea Ripley is so over, at the end of the day, it might not affect her. But I just feel like the story that they told and the bickering back and forth, I hate. And the WWE does this a lot, Tommy, where it's, when it comes to the women, it's just them bickering. Like, you're talking about Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley, the constant, like, cattiness. I just hate when that builds to a match. I think that's awful. I think we should be way past that. These are three amazing athletes and amazing wrestlers. Building a story based on, like, cattiness and bickering back and forth and childish behavior, I think is kind of lame. And I think the build towards that match is pretty lame. To the point, Tommy, I'm not that excited about it. AJ Styles and Logan Paul should be fun. LA Knight and Jacob Fatu, I don't think the story for that's been really great. LA Knight's considerably been cooled off since last year. You have Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, who are your women's tag team champions. We don't know who they're going to be defending those titles against. Liv Morgan, to me, in a lot of ways, was the MVP of 2024. Now she's buried in a match that not a lot of people are going to care about. And then the fatal four-way for the Intercontinental Championship. Braun, Penta, Finn, Dominic. Give me a story there. Now you're just throwing 4 people into a match. I don't think it makes sense. And then El Grande Americano, which I'm just not into. It's a complete gimmick against Rey Mysterio. That sounds like a Raw match to me. Jade Cargill and Naomi, I think if done right and given more time, that could be even bigger. I think they're rushing that as quickly as they can for a WrestleMania match. Man, if I had to grade the build to this year's WrestleMania, I'd give it a C-. And the last couple of years, I'd give them an A. This year, C- on the build to WrestleMania.
Okay. Again, what would you do? You broke down every match and you told me what you liked, what you didn't like. But what would you do if you had the pencil? I'll go back and I'll go to the top. John Cena, Cody Rhodes. I really enjoyed this story. If you're asking me personally, I would have waited, turned John Cena in the match with The Rock. Rock's somewhat not available. I don't know where he is. And put the title on John Cena to make everybody angry going home. Because last year I made you happy. This year I'm going to make you sad. Second match that you like, second main event, where you're upset about the women's cattiness, but that main event with the greatest, performers forever are basically fighting over a secret favor, and all revolves around a manager. Ooh, I got a secret.
And that's actually one of the stories that, like, I'm morbidly curious.
For you? What's the difference?
Because that's like
the
a
players,
morbid.
how they carry it.
Yeah, but that's like a morbid curiosity. I wouldn't have done it that way either, because you have 3 baby faces battling it out. Now you're forcing the WWE universe to choose. I would have turned Seth Rollins at this point. To me, now's the perfect time to turn Seth Rollins. But at least
just hang on.
Okay, go ahead.
Going the other route with the other 3-way with the women. You are correct. They let the fans decide, and the fans are now booing Bianca. If that's where you want to go, I get it. But if not, you have to really see, like, oh crap, did this decision really F us over with somebody who's a babyface? I'll take another example, the Street Profits. The Street Profits were going nowhere. They kind of turned heel. They turn heel, and then when they win the title, the people cheer like crazy. It's a weird, state. Even like last night, Julia comes in, straight up heel move, even though she saved the babyface. Heel move, drops Stephanie, who they love, puts her foot on her throat, raises the belt, and everybody cheers. So it's a weird mix, right?
It's
especially when you're dealing with that too. That match has 4 baby faces. Anyway, I don't want to get off topic here.
And I know, wait, really quick, Tommy, on that point you just made, because I give AEW a lot of shit about there's no baby faces, there are no heels. You pick and choose, and the WWE is doing the same. I got to call them out. They're doing the same thing here. They're just throwing people out, let you choose. I just don't think that's the best way to go about it.
Okay, well, if I go towards the 2 main events, fine. We have one guy won the Chamber, the other 3 guys. I too enjoy all that story. I have no problem with anything. I don't even have a problem with the women's 3-way, outside of you may lose a very, very key, awesome babyface in Bianca Belair. When you let the fans decide, all 3 women have a right for the championship, and out of that also Io Sky is becoming a bigger babyface. But when you have, my better question is, so where are all your heels? John Cena is your heel of the entire company. That's a thing, and that's why I say booking, it's hard, because you have people, you still have people doing let's go Cena sucks.
Yeah.
Though John has done an amazing job of being the heel. The Intercontinental thing, everybody has connective tissue to why they want to fight. And the other part is, like, even with NXT, where I don't have a problem with it, is because everybody wants what? A title. We're ending, basketball's ending soon. Everyone's now going to go from the playoffs. What do we want? The championship. And there's very few rivals in any sport anymore, or pure hatred towards other teams. But it's a lot of good guys versus good guys, or good girls versus good girls. But at the end of the day, when you're fighting for the title, it's not lazy. It's what everybody wants, to be on top.
I think it's complete laziness. You can't have like one of your main event night number one is a triple threat. All right, what about the women's champion? Let's make that a triple threat. What about the Intercontinental Championship? Let's make that a fatal four-way. It's a way of avoiding having a detailed story that makes you want to tune in every week. Let's just throw everybody in the match. I mean, think about it. 4 out of the 5 stand and deliver match are multi-person matches. Doesn't that take the specialness away from a multi-person match where every match, why make it a special pay-per-view? Multi-person pay-per-view. My God.
If you were a fan of All Japan, most of the matches were 6-man.
Yeah, but we're not talking about All Japan. We're talking about
I'm
fucking
just
WrestleMania.
saying in their heyday, and then what did they do? They built to that singles. You also, yes, I get it that it's WrestleMania and Stand Deliver, where everybody wants something, but longer term, again, I'm asking, what would you do? If you want to go smaller, we'll go NXT. Would you just do Trick versus Oba?
If we're going to do Stand and Deliver, I feel like you don't need to have a fatal four. Let's start with the fatal four-way match for the NXT Women's Championship, right? Okay? I would just have, now Julia, I wouldn't have right away Stephanie Vaquer and Julia. You know what I'd rather have seen? Stephanie Vaquer versus Jordan Grace. Give me that match at Stand and Deliver.
Okay.
Because Julia's just coming back, and like, I would just have Stephanie Vaquer versus Jordan Grace.
Doesn't Julia get her guaranteed rematch?
Does she?
Well, she was a champion.
Yeah, but does she have to have it next week? She just came back last night.
All right. So on paper, you're writing Stand and Deliver. We're not going to laminate this. Your one match going in is Jordan Grace versus Stephanie Vaquer. 2 baby faces facing each other for the women's title. I love it.
But now you threw Julia in, who is a baby face.
I'm not throwing I said you have the pencil. You just booked the women's title match for your Stand and Deliver.
Well, either way, you're going to have babyface versus babyface, whether it's Stephanie Vaquer and Julia or whether it's Stephanie Vaquer and Jordan Grace. You're throwing them in. It just, I just don't like the fact that you have to have, instead of telling a story, you're just throwing everybody into the match. And if you want to have, and listen, I'm not against having a multi-person match, but you can't have every match be a multi-person match. You have a 6-woman ladder match. You have a fatal 4-way NXT Championship match. You have a triple threat NXT Championship match. And then you have you have one singles match on the show. One singles match. And you're going to tell, and then going to WrestleMania, are you going to tell me that they put Tiffany and Charlotte?
God, we're back to this. I'm asking to book Stand and Deliver.
All right. I apologize. Okay, go ahead.
You've booked one match. You're head of creative.
I think I would have Oba Femi versus Trick Williams.
Okay. We got 2 matches.
Yes. I think I would have the ladder match. I think that's enough. If you give me those 2 matches, those 2 championship matches, and make those singles, I think then you're fine for the rest of the show.
Okay. What do you do with
I'm not a big fan of multi-person matches, and now you're having multiple multi-person matches. No?
Yes.
You're okay with that?
I don't have a problem with it.
Okay.
I think they're exciting. It is a thing, man. I mean, but so I'm just going from you. Now what do you do with Javon? What do you do with
Not everybody has to be on the show, Tommy.
What do you do with Julia? You have her show up after the Jordan?
I would have her show up after the Jordan. Okay. Why have her show up last night? Why not have Jordan Grace, Stephanie Vaquer, and whoever wins that match, at the end of that match, Julia shows up?
How about special ref? in the women's match, not Julia. You could have Julia show up. The other girl who's in the match. I apologize.
No,
Can't
you
remember.
don't have to have a special referee, and not everybody needs to be on the show. I hate this. Like, well, we got to get everybody on the show. Why? You booked the best show possible. All right, I'm gonna put. I think that's my opinion.
One more backtrack. Tell me now your finishes.
I would have Stephanie Vicaire defend,
Okay.
and then I would have Julia show up at the end, and then you build back Julia and Stephanie Vicaire. Tell me that's not going to make you want to tune into NXT the next week.
Not bad.
Okay.
Main event.
You actually could have that as your main event.
Main event. Your booked main event. I agree with that one.
I think that's your main event. I think that's your main
Love
event.
versus Trick. Who you got?
Obafemi defends.
Okay.
And then you could build up Javon Evans against Obafemi. That is the ultimate David and Goliath story. And that's it, because then you have like the ladder match and the tag match, and then whoever Ricky Starks is gonna, face. So I mean that's different, but but that's enough to me. I think that's better, in my opinion. And again, I don't have as big of a problem with NXT as I do WrestleMania. That's just me. But I just think there's too many multi-person matches, in my opinion. Again, that's just my opinion. You think differently. So let me ask you straight up, Tommy, I want you to be on. Are you happy with the build towards WrestleMania 41? Do you think it's been a good... What would you grade the build towards WrestleMania 41? I gave it a C-.
I have enjoyed Monday Night Raws. I have to watch them and go right into Busted Open After Dark. The only thing I did not like was that comedian's commentary. I thought that was a massive negative towards any type of build for anything. I think they've been exciting, and I don't mind the build. No, and when you also say if it's, I disagree when you say it's lazy, because everybody has connective tissue, and just because some things may not be working, if you watch the Tiffany Charlotte thing that went down, right? They were behind Tiffany, who's your babyface, and not behind Charlotte, who's your heel. And then it kind of just went off the rails.
Yeah, and also you had your babyface make a remark and then run away and bail from the ring.
Oh, that. Listen, but they're still cheering for it. I said it's a weird time in the world of pro wrestling for what you
had your heel standing in the middle of the ring at the end of the segment, and your babyface running away.
I watched FTR turn on Edge, and the place erupts every time they're laying out Edge, and then when they finally stand over him, they start to boo. And they actually left with heat, but I'm like, in what world are you cheering for this to happen? And yes, it's in Philadelphia, but I'm like, do you hate Edge that much? So, okay, this turn didn't work, and then all of a sudden, when they stand over him, it's boo. Are they just preconditioned to, oh wait, now we're supposed to boo because they're the bad guys?
Yeah, but that's different. That was a good story. They I think they've done a really good job telling that story week to week. You got the turn. You can't help people initially having a reaction, and then like you said, it worked at the end because they booed. But in what world do you have? Obviously, with Tiffany and Charlotte, Charlotte is the heel here. Tiffany is the babyface. How do you write a segment where Tiffany makes a comment and then bails from the ring and leaves the heel in the middle of the ring to end the segment? That just doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Where would you go? I know we're jumping back and forth here, but so Dave LaGreca, Stand and Deliver. You have left off Jada Parker, Roxanne Perez. She doesn't fit in the mix.
Well, Roxanne Perez, Roxanne's not even in. I guess she's part of maybe the part of the ladder match, but as far as right now, she's not part of the show.
I know. I don't know what happened.
So, you know, you're worried about Jada Parker, but as of right now, you know, Roxanne Perez is not on the show. I think she'll eventually be a part of it, but she's not right now. She's not, and then she's not going to be involved in anything significant on the show. I'm just talking about at WrestleMania. Liv Morgan's not involved in anything significant on the show. Nobody cares about the women's tag team titles right now. Liv Morgan was your champion a year ago. This build's been, I don't know, C minus. C minus.
Well, on your two match.
Are you gonna tell me? Wait, Tommy, are you gonna tell me the story leading to the Women's World Championship match has been a good story? That you're into it? I love it. I think it's been great. I can't wait for Io, Bianca, and Rhea. You really think that story's what they've been telling with all the hours of TV that they have? That was the best possible story for those three.
Like I said, you let the fans decide. I do think Rhea was taking some hits, but Rhea is so over, she won't take any hits. Io has been elevated like the champion should be. And like I said, you have now turned Bianca the bad person without an actual turn. But my other part is, so what would you do? What would you do?
You answer my question first. Are you happy? Are you happy? Are you happy with the build and the story that they have told with Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley?
Does not offend me as much as it offends you.
It offends me.
Okay.
They deserve better.
Answer my question.
They deserve better.
Who would you have each other face for the women's title? Obviously, it's a singles match because you don't like multi-person matches.
I would have Bianca Belair versus
Rhea.
Bianca versus Rhea.
Io's in catering.
Yes, unfortunately, Io's in catering. Bianca versus Rhea Ripley screams WrestleMania match to me. And then you build up Io Sky. Then you build up Io Sky in a real story. You build up Io Sky in a real story where she's just not being. Now listen, the way they built this up is Io Sky better win at WrestleMania. Like the way they have told this story, like Io Sky has to win. But like Rhea Ripley is the biggest women's baby face on your roster. Bianca Belair is a legitimate, credible athlete. Like that to me, Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley to me screams WrestleMania match. That, you know what? You could make a case Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley. You could make a case that's a main event match at WrestleMania. Io Sky, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley is nowhere near a main event match at WrestleMania.
Okay. You may have me on that one for your one alternative.
Liv Morgan deserves better. The story with Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair has been shit. LA Knight is ice cold right now. Fucking guy was one of the most over people a year ago.
Yeah.
Braun Breaker, Penta, Finn Balor. That fucking Penta is used Penta, a fatal four-way. That screams. You know what that match screams to me? That's a Raw main event before WrestleMania. That's a Raw main event before WrestleMania.
So you would do Braun versus Balor?
Braun's your champion. Yeah, Braun versus Finn. Or Braun versus Penta.
Well, if you did that and Braun defeats Penta, kind of hurts his momentum, right? If you do Braun versus Finn.
Why would it hurt? I mean, all I've been hearing is about like, wait, couldn't Penta get over without going over in that match with Braun?
Of course he could.
There you go. Braun versus Penta.
Hang on. Also,
wait, let me ask.
Baby faces again.
Braun should be a heel.
Oh, I totally disagree. Totally disagree.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I don't. But
They brought him in as a heel, but because of his work rate, he is a babyface.
I just think it's lazy, and there's a story that you could have told. I think it's lazy just throwing Braun, Penta, Finn, and Dominic in a match together.
I think it's an easier way out to take a title off of somebody.
But that's fucking lazy. That's what I'm talking about. That's fucking lazy.
I disagree.
Oh, God. Lazy.
By the way, your booking, you have babyfaces fighting babyfaces, and so in your card.
No, but really quick. It's not fair because I would be building a story weekly. Those matches, so it's not fair to be like, oh, here's the pencil, LaGreca, now book it. I booked it differently for the 3 months prior to what we're going to see at WrestleMania 41.
So, you like Gunther and Jay?
Yes, but that was ice cold until what they did like a week ago, starting a week ago.
Episodic television, you got to sometimes wait to get there.
That's
the road
fine.
to WrestleMania was 70 days plus, right? So how do we tell these stories weekly? Hard to do sometimes.
Gunther and Jey Uso, I'm completely fine. I am all in on Gunther and Jey Uso. To the point, I made the point yesterday that
happy experience.
I made the point yesterday that Gunther and Jey Uso should be the main event at night 1 of WrestleMania. I mean, I
always thought if you won the Royal Rumble, you main evented WrestleMania. I thought that was the thing, but I guess that's Jedi mind trick.
Wasn't there a quote from CM Punk not that long ago that he said that the main event at WrestleMania didn't mean that much to him anymore, and now the story is getting to the main event at WrestleMania? I could be wrong about that. Paul, look that up. I'm pretty sure that.
And there's also been the favor. The favor, I guess, trumps winning the main event of Royal Rumble.
And now Heyman owes Seth Rollins a favor because he didn't curb stomp him. Because, you want a babyface slapping around a 55-year-old man that's completely out of shape. The fuck is that? The fuck is that? Come on, Tommy, you're with me on this. You're with me on this. And you're right. When is in the men's Royal Rumble match that they didn't go on to main event WrestleMania? I know it's happened. It definitely hasn't happened since they've had the 2-night WrestleManias. But I went back and watched the Royal Rumble, and they said, and then the ring announcer, this is going to see who will main event WrestleMania. Michael Cole was saying who is going to they use headline WrestleMania, main event WrestleMania. Jey Uso and Gunther are not going to do either. They're not main event and they're not headlining. Who knows where that match is going to be on the show and what night? But already your main events is this triple threat with Roman, Punk, and Seth, and I get it, and then obviously Cody and John
Neither is
Cena.
Charlotte and Tiffany.
No.
But that was never a thing.
It could have been.
It should have been.
I think Charlotte and Tiffany could have been a main event at WrestleMania. Bianca and Rhea definitely could have been a main event at WrestleMania. Not this mess that they fucking booked. Lazy. Lazy. Lazy. My phone's blowing up, I'm afraid. I'm no shill. 877-344-4893, 877-FIGHT-93. I gotta get the nation state. And I may be wrong about those Punk comments. I'm gonna try to find them too. When Tommy and I are back right here on Busted Open.
At Busted Open, we honor the all-time greats.
The legendary Hall of Famer, Shawn Michaels.
Holy cow, man, you just put me over like $1 million. I don't believe anything, but I certainly appreciate it.
Back with more Busted Open, quicker than a super kick.
Back here on Busted Open, Dave LaGreca, Tommy Dreamer. And I mentioned about comments Punk made. It was to Inside the Ropes magazine, great magazine out of the UK. Shout out to our good friend Keith Elliott Greenberg. Again, don't forget he has the new book, Biggest, Better, Badder on WrestleMania 3, the confrontation obviously with Hogan and Andre the Giant. But Tommy, this is what Punk said to Inside the Ropes magazine. He said, when in regards to being in the main event at WrestleMania, he said, it's really not that big of a deal. Main eventing WrestleMania has always been a goal of mine, but goals change. It doesn't mean I don't want to wrestle in the main event at WrestleMania, but I'm at this stage in my career now where it's like, oh, okay, so this person's going to main event? All right, well, you're not going to be able to follow this, so I don't know what to tell you. I'll go first, I'll shower, eat some donuts, and I'll watch whatever is your main event. So, you know,
Maybe
that's
he had
what,
given up.
maybe he had given up. But the main event at WrestleMania is centered around Punk, because you could make the case that your main event night number one should be one of the women's titles matches, though I don't think the build for either one of those matches deserves to put that match in the main event. And then Jey Uso, who won the Royal Rumble and is going after the World Heavyweight Champion in Gunther, maybe that should be your main event. But your main event, because of Punk and him getting emotional learning that he won the main event, that is your main event. Weird way to get there, but you got there.
For me, here's the best part of all of this, right? I do not know who's winning any match. If you ask me, and I know it's going to happen, Tommy, it's time to do predictions. It's a really hard call to make, because I could see both sides going for the future of who's going to win. Same with, Stand and Deliver. I have no clue. If Javon loses, yeah, that's the gimme. And then if we're gonna get to Oba versus Trick, cool. The women, with that, it opens up a lot of other potential matches. Like you can have Julia will get her singles match. Jordan will get a singles match. Jada could get her singles match. But we'll go back on topic for WrestleMania. And listen, I've said it from day one. If I always thought it was the main event of WrestleMania, it was said up until this year, and then all of a sudden it was Jedi mind tricked. Nobody seems to care. I always like, if you win the women's Royal Rumble, you should main event night one, main event night two, the men's. That's it. That's how you get to the biggest two matches of your career. However, that has changed. The main event of the women's thing has never been a thing. So, okay, now that we're here, like I said, I don't mind all the stuff because I don't know who's going to win. Up until the moment he won, which was 60 some odd days ago, maybe 60-ish, I thought they were going to close WrestleMania, everybody eating, confetti flying, all that stuff. But a beautiful moment to crown this is our other guy. While we've also had success with our other world title on a babyface for 1 year with Cody. And now I'm like, I could also see Jay losing and still getting that standing up.
Yeah, I listen.
If Gunther's in a pool of his own blood and cheats to get out of it, I was also thinking of like if Jay starts choking him out and he does the Bret Hart pin where he just rolls over 1, 2, 3, but he's a mess. Like he's choking him out with his own move and he's a bloody mess, 1, 2, 3, and you're like, oh crap, the guy, I don't think the people. You could also continue it, maybe Hell in a Cell. Anyway, John Cena, Cody, no clue where they're going.
All right, so I mean, listen. Once we get there, I'm sure, but then you have to go through weeks of episodic TV, and I think some of the episodes